The Meech Lake Accord was a set of constitutional amendments proposed by Prime Minister Brian Mulroney back in 1990, with the goal of alternating the Senate and offering the Northwest Territory and Yukon more political influence, while also expanding on policies such as the process of creating new provinces and the Distinct Society Clause. While on the other hand, Phil Fontaine, the Grand Chief of the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, had some concerns regarding the Accord and what it did for Indigenous peoples. He was determined to eliminate the Accord by any means, although he would need some political assistance. On June 12, 1990, Fontaine would meet up with Elijah Harper, Manitoban MLA, to discuss the possibility of dismantling the Accord, as it required unanimous ratification. His role within government would be able to defeat the Accord himself, although Harper was concerned about his political journey as the only Aboriginal MLA of Manitoba. But he would stand his ground later that day, and for the next 10 days, Harper would raise his eagle feather in protest to the Accord, with Newfoundland and Labrador following in Harper's stance, and altogether the Accord would be dismantled. As for Canada, this would greatly benefit smaller provinces such as the Northwest Territories and Yukon, offering more influential power within the Senate, while the changes to the Distinct Society Clause would increase Quebec's independence from the rest of Canada, as they have developed their own unique culture, being the only province to adopt French as its primary language and maintain a community indifferent from the rest of Canada. On the other hand, for Indigenous people, this would spark some major concern among individuals such as Fontaine, Harper, and other community members as what this meant for their people, as the Accord would make its way to the voting phase without any Indigenous influence. With a quick response from Harper, he would stand his ground against the Accord, marking an empowerment for Indigenous peoples and their role within government moving forward. Although Indigenous people have suffered from the construction of Canada, along with having virtually no rights, as it was a time where there was little to no Indigenous representation among governments, the death of the Accord would start a revolutionary change within government, as Harper would break the mold, risking his entire political career to aid his people, showing Canadians that Indigenous voices mattered.